Hi everyone, this is Felicia with FP Handmade, and I'm coming at you today with a second video of a few Halloween cards that I made for this season. Um, this time around, I used the Spellbinders 13 Days of Craftoween. I don't have the box anymore. I have passed it on to another wonderful crafter so she can create cards this season. And it was a 13 Days of Craftoween which had 13 die sets which were awesome. So I'm going to show you the supplies I used, and then I'll show you the cards that I made with a few of the days. I am only using I think 6 days, and then the next other ones that I'll use next year for cards. So I only needed so many cards this time around. So let me share with you, other than the 13 Days of Craftoween, what supplies I used. Okay, first up, I used these Anna Griffin 120 mini Halloween stickers and sentiments. I used a few sentiments from that. Also, let me just pull out a stack of stuff I used here. So some of the dies that I used were Spellbinders cutting die. This is the Tunnel Clouds, and I actually used the moon and the stars from that one. From the Essential Style ovals, I used a couple of these ovals here. From the Perfect Touch arches and tags, I used, I think, one of the dies from this set. From Cuttlebug, I used this little kind of like really floral cuteness embossing folder. From Simple Stories, I used this 6x8 paper pad. It's got fabulous, and this one is an older pad. It came out in 2023, but Simple Stories always has great Halloween paper. I also used this new embossing folder from Simon Says Stamps, and it's called Dotted Spirals. So it's a 3D embossing folder, so can't wait to show you the card I made with that. And then also from Simple Stories, this Simple Vintage October 31st paper pad. I used some discs from, I want to say these are, I don't know if these are Spellbinders. I really need to find out, because I always use these and I never know where I purchased them from. I just know they're the black smooth disc. I used another sheet of paper that I had, a 12x12 from Simple Story, called Simple Vintage Scary Stories. And from Ranger, I used this Distressed Black Heavy Stock. So if you've never used this, I hope it's getting in the photo here. This has got to be the blackest paper that I've ever used. I love it. It's not cheap. It comes in a 5-piece, and it's just awesome. And I try to just use it sparingly, but this is, I just ordered some more because I only had one sheet left, but and I ordered it from Amazon. So it's the black heavy stock from Distress Ranger. Let's see, what else? One more thing here is I pulled out an oldie but a goodie, this Crocodile Corner Chomper. I've used this, you know, a few times, but it's been a while, so I thought I'd use it on one of the cards. So now that I've shown you all the supplies, and I think that's all the supplies I used. There was so much. Let me share the cards with you. So from day one, and he was the vampire, this is where I used the Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Scary Story paper. And then I used the cloud, the moon and the stars from the Tunnel Cloud die set from Spellbinders. And then I just used paper from my cardstock. And oh, I used the, I don't have that, I didn't pull that out, the sentiment I use. I'll try to get that before the end of the video. But here are the two cards that I made with the vampire. And I thought he looked snazzy in the light blue as well as the purple. And then for day number 2, this one was the crow and skull. And I used, this is where I used the Spellbinders Essential Stylish ovals. And then the black smooth discs, and this is the heavy cardstock from Ranger that I look, and just look how beautiful it is. And you could tell the difference from, so this, the wing, I guess the wing of the crow is just regular black cardstock from Basil, and then his body and then the outline is the distressed black heavy stock. And I normally wouldn't use this much of the heavy stock because, like I said, it's kind of expensive, but I just thought it looked awesome. And I made 2 of him. And on this one, he has a black hat with the purple, I don't know what that's called. And then this one, he has the purple hat. So cute cards, cute cards. And the next up is day 3, which was a poison bottle, which was so cute. And so here's where I used the Simple Stories vintage October 31st paper. This is where I used the crocodile corner chomper. And these are the sentiments from Anna Griffin mini stickers. So I think I made 3 of this one. Yeah, super cute, super cute. And then I used day 4, kind of simple card. This is the Ghost. And this is where I used the Simple Story Fabulous cardstock. Or paper pad, not cardstock. And then I just kind of chose a couple of different patterns. And then this one I used the heavy stock paper from Ranger. And I thought he looked so cute. He's holding a banner on a couple of them. And then I just thought I'd use the one where he was just saying boo. He was just scaring you. And then I didn't use day 5, which was the bug, but I have several cut out for next year. I didn't use day 6, was super cute skeleton, and I have several cut out for next year. I didn't use day 7. I think the skeleton was day 6, and then the books were day 7. And look how cute this is with the melted wax and then the bookmark, the flames. So those are ready for next year. I did use the day 8. Let's see. Day 8, I think, is my favorite card. And this is where I use the skull, and then there was a tombstone that came out of the, that you could put in the top of the drink. But I don't like to craft with tombstones or coffins for Halloween. For some reason, that doesn't appeal to me. And this is where I use the new embossing folder from Simon Says stamp, and it was the dotted spiral, this one here, and it is really textured. And luckily these cards, all the cards I don't have to mail, some of them for coworkers, so I don't have to worry about the cost of mailing. But these turned out adorable. And like I said, there is a tombstone that you can add to this that is included in that day's die set. And then for day 9, which was the one-eyed monster, I didn't use him this time around, but he is so cute. Look at his little wings and his horns. And then he was holding a little one-eyed pumpkin. I thought that was so cute. One-eyed jack-o'-lantern, I guess, and his little tail. So I would definitely be using this guy next year. And I cut out several of them, so I'll be prepared. And then for day 10 was the Day of Dead Flower, which is adorable. And this is where I used the Cuttlebug embossing folder. And then this is some Tim Holtz paper. I just loosened my stash, so I'm not sure where it came from. And then this is where I used the Perfect Touch arches and tags. So there this one is, and it's the same for each one. And then any other paper that I don't point out is paper that I would have purchased from Joanne and from Basil. Super cute. Now the next 2 days, I think, were the coffin And then there was one with the witch's brew, with the witch. I didn't like that one too much. And then of course I didn't use the coffin one. So then there was also a house, and this was day 11. So I have several of these ready to go next year. So this Craftoween set, 13 days, will help me create cards this year and next year. So I'm excited about that. So here's the cards. Let's see if I can get them all laid out for you. Let me know which one is your favorite. I love making Halloween cards, and I think it's because orange is my favorite color. So you can use a lot of orange in your card making. I don't think I used too much of any other color. I try to use, you know, like yellow and purple, but this time around I really didn't go too far out. So here are the cards that I made, and I have, I think, 14 cards ready to go for this year. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a current subscriber, thank you. I would appreciate any thumbs up and any comments below. So I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.